Hi, everybody. Let's do this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, as it says there. Hope you all are having a good week. Ooh, does it seem like this has been a week that's like 2 weeks long and it's only Wednesday? There's been so much going on. I knew things were going to be chaotic and I knew things were going to be weird, but politically, emotionally, spiritually, right now, I don't know about you guys, kind of going through a lot. You can tell we're at this, we're building up to the fester point in the boil. You know, if you have a boil or a pimple, hey, I watch Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm a pimple popper addict. Hey guys, hi Caitlin. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna go pick up your kiddo. Drive careful, sweetheart. Stay safe. Hey, World Girl Oracle. Oh my goodness, you guys. Anyway, don't feel like you're being squeezed from all angles. Just come hang out with me for a while and we'll see where this leads today. No, I have to say, Wolf Girl Oracle, your video. Hi, Jules. Good to see you. Hey, spirits beyond the stars. Good to see you. And Jenny. Mwah! I love it. Girlfriend, you guys, if you have not seen that video, I showed it on my community page. She showed what her process was to connect to an ancestor or loved one who has passed with a card reading. Wow, girl. Not only did your dad come talk to me, but my dad came and talked to me. So I cried right along with you from the very first freaking card you laid down. Hi, Petey. So I was like, okay, I got to share this. You guys got daddy issues, or you're missing your dad, or you got a reason you got to have it out with your dad. It's a really good video. A really good one. She does it with such discernment that when you're reading about your own father and why he has come forward, what messages has he come to tell you? Well done, my sister. Thank you. My goodness. This, the Wolf Girl Oracle, Caitlin, if you go to my community page, I put a link in there to this particular video and shared it. It's great. With me, yeah, kind of worshiped my dad, kind of hated my dad, you know? It's like, it really, yeah. Woo. I just went right with you, sweetheart, right with you into that meditation. So you guys know this Dolly rocks. Thank you. Thank you. And to top it all off, my birthday is coming up. My birthday is February 3rd. Miss Dolly. Oh, thank you. You are. I saw you on my YouTube studio as a new subscriber. Thank you, Kathleen. Thanks. But yeah, check in my community page often. I put memes in there and all kinds of stuff to keep you guys all inspired and, As you can tell, it's cold here. The rain has stopped, followed by the cold front behind it. That's what always happens. I spent my morning outside covering stuff up because it's supposed to get down to like 31 tonight. So. You did? You know, February 3rd is interesting day. Gunslinger, Bellstar, that's her birthday. Buddy Holly died on February 3rd, 1959. My middle name is Sue. My brother gave me that name after the song Peggy Sue by Buddy Holly. He died on my first birthday. That's a little creepy. But yeah. Anyway, Miss Dolly, I went outside to check in, you know, just to check things out before I started. And there's a couple packages out there for my birthday. I am really sorry, Spirit Behind the Stars. One thing, it's free of that body that was that torture house for him. I can say that, my dear, as someone who is a cancer survivor. Dolly is a cancer survivor. I went through hell, but I'm here to tell you. So. Yep, she knows Scully. Oh, good, you subbed to Wolf Girl. Awesome, awesome. Yes. Well, she's our friend with Stony too. Oh, Scully rocks. I love what Scully does. His stories. I could. Wow. You hit my wish list, girlfriend. I had to be. I didn't have any other choice. I like living, you know, it's kind of fun. And so I just made sure that that's what the plan was. Or was the plan for me to die gracefully so other people could learn from it. Apparently, I'm supposed to live and then die gracefully. Anyway, oh, girlfriend, look what she sent me. How fun. Oh, I will do a review on these. Oh, Dolly, there's more, you guys. Got another box package. There's another one down there too. That's bigger. Yeah, Stony rocks. I've known Stony for a really long time. So has Wolf Girl Oracle. We both have known him, gosh, for over 5 years. Hey, JR, good to see you. Oh, Petey, you're the bomb too. She sent me cards for New Year's. You guys rock. Another deck. Okay, you guys know. Ah, yeah, you hit. Sorry, did I just deafen you all? Sorry, I wanted these cards so bad. Oh, for so long. Oh, are we going to have fun with these tarot cards? Mystical Melodies. I love the old cartoons like Betty Boop and those, you know, that they're the black and white, and most of it's just music. And oh, thank you. Oh, how cool. Those are fun. Oh, boy. Oh, and they open from the bottom like the metaphysical cannabis cards do. Oh, thank you. Yes, JR, I remember. I'm glad to see you here. I miss my Maya buddy. She's healing. She's getting better. It's just a really, really long process. And she was really sick, you guys. Black Cat Tarot. She's hanging in there. We just have to keep sending her our prayers and our love. She'll be back. I hope. She may move on to something better. You never know. Okay, this box. This one is like much. It's big. Would you do send me some shoes? I need hiking boots. Like I'm going hiking. I got to have a car to get to the mountains to go somewhere to go hiking. What have we got here? Less packaging, more smiles. Thank you that you didn't like. Oh, Rach. I love it. I've been looking for a Buddha. Oh, thank you. Let's see what she looks like. Yeah, let's all pray for Maya. We love her. She's been a guest on here a couple times. And she and I had just started, but we were going to do every 3 months, we were going to do Gaia readings together on here and on her channel. And she got so sick. But we're going to just pick it right up when she's ready. Yes. Okay, you guys. Ollie. Styrofoam. Hey, I collect styrofoam, but that doesn't mean you guys send me your styrofoam. But when I save my styrofoam, I don't recycle it or anything. I'm going to make hypertufa. Once it warms up out there, which ought to be about middle of February, we should be able to start doing little garden projects like making hypertufa flower pots and that kind of thing. I got some. Good grief. Talk about strong tape. I've got some fun things planned for spring. I'm going to do some live streams from outside. You guys might be still cold and it's beautiful here. I'm crazy not to share it with you. So I will do that as long as the dogs don't drive us off next door. They tend to bark a lot sometimes. But that's only if they're outside. Oh, I love it. Oh, and it's a... Thank you. Oh, little bit of fuzz on his chin. Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you. Let's turn that on right now. Thank you so much, Dolly. You're so generous and sweet. And I love you, sister. There you go. Let's do this, human. Now, that's beautiful. Going on my altar. But today, honored place on the altar of my card reading table. Thank you. Wow, that's so pretty. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Good. I was sitting here going, okay, I need to make some videos. What am I going to do? And then I'm thinking, well, I do have 2 other card decks that I got it for Christmas that I need to do reviews on. So now I got 4 card reviews coming up. There's the deck that Petey gave me for New Year's. There's a card review coming up next Tuesday. So I can just keep card reviews coming up for a while on Tuesdays. So, yeah. Fun. Thank you, Dolly. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. That definitely sets the mood, too. I needed that. I really needed that. It's amazing how just looking at any kind of a depiction, any kind of depiction of Buddha just instantly grounds me. Anything the Dalai Lama has to say, I'm like, what? It's just, who knows? Maybe I was a Tibetan monk once in a past life. I was a druid. I know I was a druid priest. I used to think priestess. No, it's been coming through lately, priest. So, yeah, you know, in past lives, you could be a man, a woman, mother, brother, sister. Yeah, interesting. So, oh wow, today I had, I'm going, oh, how long did that take? That's not bad. That was just 15 minutes. Oh yeah, the Healing Arts Center. I figure it can't hurt to do anything, so I do it at home too. You know, anytime you can do any kind of meditation or connecting in any way, I do it as often as you can right now. You see my notes here. I have you down in the description. There's a YouTube video. If you want to watch it now, that's cool. Just come back afterwards so we can talk about it. And so we can talk about it next week as well. It's Van Neistat, who is the brother of Casey Neistat, one of the oldest and biggest YouTube channels since YouTube started is Casey Neistat. Anyway, his brother is very spiritual oriented and really smart. And I have to tell you, the idea of doing this came to me really strong 9 months ago, almost a year ago, when when Dolly sent me this video, because it had flipped her head. It made so much sense. It's about a book that was written in 1997 that explains how history repeats itself, and it repeats itself every 80 to 90 years. And it does it in 24 20-year blocks. You've heard me talk a little bit about this. Hi, Mama Bear. Good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, have a good one. Drive safe, sweetie. Take care. Come back, watch the replay, or at least go and watch the video that's in that box down there with all the words in it. I also, if you want to get the book that he's talking about, the link is also down there in the description box. I personally am going to get the link. Here we go, shameless plug. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you want to sign up for Audible, you can get the book for free. That's the only plug I'm going to do. I didn't put a link so that you could sign up for Audible. I figured you can go in there and look at the book, and under the choices of how you want to buy the book, right there is a choice for Audible. You go there, and then you can sign up, and you get a whole bunch of videos for free when you first sign up. So, and I love audiobooks. I'm sorry, I had something poking me in the butt, so I'm like wiggling around. And tomorrow night, I am so excited for Lightworkers Roundtable to have Tracy Ralph here. She's going to show us some of her jewelry. We're going to talk about crystals and being women our age. And yeah, I can't wait. I am so excited. And you guys get ready. Have your credit cards at hand, or at least have a pen or a pencil ready to write down all of her information to go to her website, because her jewelry is beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, we're going to raise our vibes in that way. It's like, hey, there's my buddy Jay. Good to see you, Herc213. Yeah, hey, I love jewelry. I just can't always wear it. And the other day I took a shower and I dropped, I have all these little fine little rings. Sorry. I have all these fine little rings. I lost 2 of them. That's okay. You can get like 10 of them for $10, and they're like made out of stainless steel. They don't turn your finger and they never tarnish. So I've lost lots of them. I'm sure one of these days when I completely move out of this house, there's going to be little silver rings all over the place. Anyway, Ah, yeah, the King of Swords. Dolly, your reading I think it affected a lot of people today. Yesterday. That's how I started. That's the first YouTube video I watched this morning, was that one. So I got to start my day with my dad. I did get from it, though, sweet girl. My dad has already reincarnated. That's why we don't connect as often as I connect with my mom. My mom is choosing to wait. My mom is being my spirit guide right now, so she's chosen to wait. But my mother has always been like that about her kids. She put everything always on hold for us. What t-shirt? Oh, her t-shirt. She's got the coolest shirts. Coolest shirts. Anyway, before I dive deep into the book, let's just dive deep into the book. The name of the book, is The Four Turnings. And basically, it's talking. Hey, we had the 4 agreements we talked about last week. Now we've got the 4 turnings, which basically is the 4 cycles. You know how we're talking about we're closing a cycle, we're ending a cycle. Well, history repeats itself in 80 to 90-year blocks. Each one of those blocks is approximately 20 years in length. So that means every single generation has a crisis to solve. This is the main deal of the whole bit of the book is, hey, we talk about the greatest generation, the World War II generation. Hey, yeah, but it's really interesting because every 80 years you get another generation. So every one of us, even the millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, all of us, we have our own crises that we're going to have to solve, just like they solved the Great Depression and World War II. I think that's why they're probably considered to be the greatest generation. It's because they pulled us out of both. They're the heroes. It's the hero generation. The first block is called the high. It's when, and we're really prosperous. People buying new things. They're, keeping up with the Joneses, and that's what they're happy doing. They get good jobs. That was 1946 to 1964. That's right after World War II. The next block is called the awakening. That is when all of a sudden we kind of get this, yank you out of euphoria land. Look what's going on behind the scenes. Because those of us living in euphoria land were not realizing what was going on with people of color. And it took the Kennedy assassination to wake us up into a whole different era of social justice. That was 1964 to 1984. It's through the Reagan years. Social justice. Sorry, I choke on that one. Reagan years. Anyway, the next block of 20 years is called the unraveling. O.J. Simpson, the murders, the LA riots, Columbine. That all happened during our unraveling period. That was 1984 to 2008. During that time, I can tell you for me, for sure, it was an unraveling. I got fibromyalgia. First, I went to school, got the job of my dreams, got fibromyalgia, couldn't do the job. Everything I tried, I got knocked back down again. So, I'm going to be a webmaster. Nope, can't do that. Got a deadline. Deadline stressed me out. Stress makes me hurt. Hello. So, it's, I'm excited to see her on her channel too. That'll be fun. You'll enjoy that. He is such a gentleman and such a sweet man. I love being on his channel. He's a sweetheart. Most of the time when I show up on his channel, it's an impromptu, oh, hi. Like his birthday. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And right now, we're in what is considered the crisis period. Kind of feel like it, doesn't it? In that crisis period is when it's basically the clearing of the woods for new growth. So it's illumination of all the things, all the systems, everything that didn't work the past 60 years to work on, to fix in the next 80 years. Basically what this book is saying is every generation must have a role. You can't sit back and, who was I watching today, was saying we can no longer, as light workers especially, we can no longer sit back and put our head down and be gray, be a little dim. We can't do that. Yeah, 2008, I damn near died. So, and ever since then, it's been a struggle, a complete crisis and struggle. Finally coming, I finally feel like I'm breathing better, but that's only because of all the stuff I've been working on. Hi, good to see you, Dee. Hey, Rose Blue. Yeah. What's the next 20-year block? At that point, once we get into the crisis point, we go back because we've cleaned and cleared our closets, basically, cleared the forest of all the burnable clutter, made our fire road, basically. We made room for growth. So it starts all over again with the next 80-year block. The next block is the high. That's the time of, like after World War II, time that these MAGA heads all think they're going to go back to, where everybody was prosperous and all that kind of stuff. The funny thing is, there was a lot of government money that backed that up, like the VA, the GI Bill. So you could buy a house, you could go to school if you were a vet. That prosperity happened. So we're kind of in this crossover, I believe. I really believe we're in that the next 3 years. It's going to be, yeah. Because I'm looking at it. The unraveling ended in 2008. That's both Bushes, you guys. Papa, and I'm just relating it to the presidents that happened during that time. During the unraveling. I mean, but that was also Obama. 2008. Columbine happened when he was president. So, wow. What happens in a 20-year block? Seems like we've completely changed. I giggle when people say, when are we going to get back to normal? Anytime you find yourself saying, when are we going to get back? It ain't happening. You can just Control Alt Delete and pull that statement back in, because we never go backwards. We always, time progresses forwards. It doesn't recede backwards. Yes, he was to show us hope and promise. He was. And I really think that the next president, after Biden, however many times, if Biden gets reelected or whatever, I don't really know. Don't really care at this point, because that's 2024. I'm just getting used to being in 2023. Let's get through January, okay? You know, that's where I get frustrated with the news. I do not watch the news. Once in a while, if I hear from other card readers and you guys in the chat that something has happened or something is going on, I'll go look for it. Otherwise, nah. I'm going through enough. I don't need that other stuff bringing me down. In 2008, they removed a part of your kidney. Wow. Wow. You know what? For 15 years, they gave me a drug called baclofen. It's a drug for antispasms. I was having spasms in my shins from the fibromyalgia. That was causing me a great deal of pain. And so they put me on this to stop. I mean, like I would, if I was at a stop sign and it was my turn to go and that had hit me, I would either hit the accelerator all the way down or I would hit the brake. And yeah, couldn't drive that way. So anyway, that medication ended up shutting my kidneys down. I was in 15 years later. I was Bill Clinton during Columbine? That was so long ago. And everybody thought that was the first mass shooting. Nope. There was one in 1963 or 64 in Texas University. Guy got up in the tower. There's a bell tower in the center of the university. Got up in the bell tower and was shooting people as they were coming out of buildings and walking across the 1963, 64. Yep, Austin. So I was, God, really little. I was in kindergarten, first grade when that happened, but I remember it and I kept thinking, that's weird. Why would someone do that? Oh, you got a Crohn doctor for Crohn's disease. Good for you. You know, it really, really is important to vet your doctors. You guys, they work for you. Don't let them pull that I'm the doctor, do as I say shit on you. If you're not feeling better by the stuff they've got you on, you have a right, even with Medicare, you have a right for a second opinion. And you keep going until you find that doctor that is going to make you feel better. I had to do that. Listen, fibromyalgia, in the days when I was diagnosed with it, most doctors didn't even agree that it existed. They called us hypochondriacs. So I had to go to, you fired doctors repeatedly. Yeah. And believe you me, they get that cocky fucking attitude with me. That's the first thing I'll fire them with, because I don't care how much schooling you've had. You're no different than I am. Okay, you still got to take a shit. So, and guess what? Your shit does stink. Yeah. My doctors kind of know that, because that's the air I have when I'm at the doctor's office. It's like, okay, we're here to interview the doctor, not to get treatment. I'm here to interview the doctor. Yeah, her doctor. Oh, Dolly. Her doctor was just like, oh, you're okay. You're okay. And so she asked her doctor was supposed to send her for tests and stuff before she went on vacation for the holidays and didn't do it. So that was at Thanksgiving, right? Sometime like that. Anyway, doctor blew her off and she's got telling her, she might have cancer, but and she didn't do it. So her primary care physician did it instead of the specialist. You're 62. I'm 65. There's a reason, and it's been shown to me why I've been through everything I've been through. I can't sit here and offer guidance and help and stuff to people if I don't know what I'm talking about through experience. I'm one of these people who preaches research. Don't come back to me with sound bites you heard. Come and tell me what's behind that sound bite. Tell me why you believe that sound bite. Yeah, it's not fun. But I've had it since 1998, fibromyalgia. And I was thinking this morning, because it's cold. And when it's cold, my back bothers me. And my shoulders have been really bothering me. So I've been hanging out wrapped up in a heating pad. Because I don't have an electric blanket. Had to make a choice. Do you have an electric blanket or do you have a weighted blanket? The weighted blanket helps me more. So yeah. It's been raining here for since Sunday until today. It finally stopped. So he had an allergic reaction to the flu shot. That's not fun. Not fun at all. Ooh, that's scary when you can't walk or talk. When my kidneys shut down, they were asking me questions, and my mind was answering them. Now who's the president? Obama. What hospital are you at? The University Medical Center. And none of it would come out in my mouth. It was like the brain disconnected from the talking. Me not being able to talk. Oh, that was horrible. You were diagnosed in 98 as well. Well, that was right about the time that they were starting to wake up with it and figure that, maybe there's more and more people coming up with it. And I think one of the senators who was involved with funding for the National Institute of Health, I'll never forget this because it made me angry. His secretary got fibromyalgia. So all of a sudden he cared. After NIH started getting money to start to study it, all of a sudden it became a real disease. I had a man behind me. This was just before COVID shut down. That's what had been 2019. A man behind me at the drugstore standing in line. And I said something about that I had fibromyalgia. And he said, oh, you've got one of those. Oh, that designer disease, that catch-all designer disease. And he says, it's not really real, And I looked at him and I said, I'll tell you what, sir. I want you to spend 24 hours in this body. Tell me what's real and what's not. And I turned my back on him. I was like, none of your business. Why are you even in this conversation, you jerk? It was like, that was before the world was filled with jerks, but they were just starting to come out about then. Yeah, humans. Hey, I can handle them though. The thing though the different generations that are involved in this, you guys, it's really cool how they break it down in the book. The boomers, hello. I'm at the very tail end of that. I was born in 58. Baby boomers, we're the prophets. We're the dreamers. That's Bill Gates. He was born then too. The Gen Xers, you guys are the nomads. You guys are the ones that are into fixing stuff, bringing back old rustic stuff. Like, I look at these young people that are out there showing you how on YouTube, showing you how to buy cast iron Dutch ovens and stuff that are worth a lot of money that people won't buy just because they're coated with rust. And they show how to bring them back. That's the Gen Xers, man. Yeah, you're the ones going to fix everything. Then you have the millennials. The millennials, you guys catch hell. And that's bullshit. That's a crap. Because you know what? You're the heroes. You're the ones that are going to be doing the fight to pull us out. And you watch, you see it starting to happen. Look at the people in Congress that are willing to really stand up and fight for major change. Not a whole lot of them, but all of those seem to be pretty much in the same generation. And then there's Gen Z. Gen Z, you guys are going to bring us back around because you're the Renaissance people. You're the artists and musicians. So you're in an in-between generation. Well, I kind of am too. I'm just barely in the baby boomers because I was born in 58 and baby boomers stopped, I think, 1964? 63, 64? So maybe it's 62. I don't know. But yeah, I actually am going to purchase this book because I want to have it to refer to as a resource book. Yeah, I know. Abbott, the Babbitt. Yeah, Abbott. Abbott. Get me going on Abbott. All's wrong with him is he's pissed he's in a wheelchair. And people didn't, Anyway. I'm Generation Jones, like me and Obama, you and Obama. I never heard Generation Jones before. I always was told I'm a boomer. Hey, if I don't have to say I'm a boomer, that's cool. Although I don't mind being a boomer. It's just that I'm in February of 58. So I'm like the beginning of the year. But that's cool, Kat. By the way, hi. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, I can't believe I got these cards. These are... No, Dolly, we don't connect at all. You're Gen X, Jenny? Thank you. God bless you, Gen Xers. Every generation has its, go. Yes. The Fourth Turning, An American Prophecy. Thank you, Wolf Girl. If you go down into the description box, down into the description box, there's a link for the video that I pulled most of this information from. It's a terrific video that describes everything very well by Van Neistat. And if you want to get the book, I also put the link in there too, if you want to get the book or whatever. Okay. Well, let me tell you, my brother, he was born in 1940. He would tell you I was the one that screwed him. But because I was born, he had it made for like 11 years. 17 years, actually. 17 years older than I am, my brother is. Benny Loco! Hey, girl. You make a big boom wherever you go. Oh, and I love that boomer. I love you, Benny. Good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, goodness, you guys. We had so much fun. That is my longest Lightworkers Roundtable. That was so special. That really was terrific. Thank you, guys. You and PD were so much fun. Okay. Silliness time. Oh, we did all that serious stuff. It's card time. We're 15 minutes early going into the cards. So it's time to pick our dinner. You know, got to do our food fortune. Here we go, Benny. We're always talking about our food. Oh my goodness. I made a carrot cake yesterday. And I put it in my, lurking and a working, as you do. And I like your work, my babe. My carrot cake, I made it in I have an air fryer oven that's also a convection oven. And so I made it in that. So you got to use a little smaller pan that's around. But it's thicker than an average cake pan. So it's taller. So, but I still had stuff left over. I had batter left over. So I have a little donut pan. It makes 4 donuts. Bake them in that air fryer. So I had just enough, perfect amount to make 4 donuts. So they went in the freezer. But I had a carrot cake mix and just got in the mood for carrot cake yesterday. Didn't have any cream cheese for cream cheese frosting, so I faked cream cheese frosting. I made regular frosting, made it with coconut oil and butter to flavor. So you use mostly coconut oil. You melt the coconut oil and butter together. Then I used lemon and sweet orange essential oils. In with the orange. Yes, cake. And let me tell you, it worked. It has that lemony tartness of cream cheese frosting. Works really, and it tastes really rich, even though it doesn't have all that butter fat. But coconut oil is really good for you, but it is a saturated fat. But it's a nut fat. Viking nut bread. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, that does sound good. Swedish, German, Persian, and Irish. That's an interesting mutt combination there, Dolly. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're definitely more Norse Germanic. Well, I'm not as much of a Heinz 57. I'm Anglo-Saxon, Dutch, dark Dutch. Well, maybe there's some German in there. It's not the blonde, really fair-skinned Dutch. It's the dark hair Dutch. And on my mama's side. And on my mama's side, though, is like massively Scottish. Like earls and all that. Like I'm related to Mary Queen of Scots. Irish. I mean, Irish. I looked at the word Irish and that's what popped out of my mouth. Scottish. You have a dash of Italian and Irish, but I look Norwegian. So that means you tan lovely. I don't. I tan in spots. I keep wishing ever since I was a little girl, will my spots stick together? Ooh. Interesting. The first 3 cards. The cast ironed. For those of you who don't make cornbread this way, that's cornbread, y'all. That's the southern way of making cornbread. Good. Cooked in a cast iron skillet. In your oven. You can cook anything in cast iron. Because that's what they used to use. Or, because I would classify these kind of both as sides, the Knight of Sides. I'm like, what is that? And then I noticed the little store down there. Those are mashed potatoes. Looks like they got bacon bits or something in the mashed potatoes. So, not chives. Some kind of something in them mashed taters. And I want this one. Can we keep this one, please? This is one of my favorite things. We're going to keep this one. The hot mess. I vote for a hot fudge sundae. What do you guys say? Oh, yeah. Iron cornbread is so good. It's buttery. That's the only kind of cornbread I've ever had. I don't know the fluffy kind of cornbread. I want to keep this one. Can I overpower y'all and keep the hot mess? That sounds so good to me. A hot fudge sundae. Yeah. It's better than cornbread or mashed potatoes. Okay. Let's see what we get. We need 2 more. So far, I can make a meal out of that. Hot fudge sundae. Have been known to, too. Once in a while, Mom and I would hop in the car, go to Dairy Queen, and get the biggest ice cream that we thought we could eat. And that was our dinner. And that was usually her idea. That was what was always fun. My mom was fun. Okay. One. Oh, we've gotten that one before. Ooh, and it goes with the hot mess. How weird. Okay. Here we go. Next. The straight shooter. That's what I said. That goes with the hot mess. We can make that be an extra if you want to. We'll just keep that one anyway because it goes with the hot fudge sundae. Show me a milkman in high heels and I'll show you a real Dairy Queen. Betty, I love it. Oh my God. The next one is the staple. Grilled cheese. You had... Okay, I will come into that conversation in a minute. Grilled cheese. Or hummus, the Middle Eastern. So do you want... Let's pull one more card. Since we're going to keep the straight shooter anyway. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Okay, look what came up. Speaking of heroes. Heroes, gyros, hyros. Mispronounced. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks good. I vote for that. With hummus. Hey, they go together really well, too. And a hot fudge sundae for dessert. With extra whipped cream. Beverage is whatever you choose. You made that for dinner a few nights ago. The grilled cheese didn't have tomato soup. So you had it with Costco. Oh, my. What a torture thing to have it with a lobster bisque. I love it, Kat. They're like me. Hey, I have lots of cans because I cook with it. I have lots of cans of Campbell's soup. Campbell's tomato soup. So, but I get kind of tired of the same old thing I had when I was a kid. So I take the grilled cheese and I cut real thin slices of onion. So you have thin onion ring slices. You can make them halves if you want. It's easier to cut. And I do the same thing with tomatoes. I mean, like you can see light through them. They're cut so thin. And jalapenos. And then I put them in. And when I grill the grilled cheese, I do each piece of bread open. You know, it's all buttered on the other side. Open with cheese cheese, and then one side gets onions and tomatoes, and then the other side gets the jalapenos. And then when you see the cheese start to melt, you put them together, and then you just leave them long enough for the, oh goodness, they're good. I learned that one by trying to eat really cheaply as a working woman. Sonic Drive-In has really good grilled cheese, and it's even better when you add those things. And you could add, back in those days, you could add those 3 things for $1. And I think the grilled cheese was $2. So for less than $3, I could get the small tater tots and grilled cheese with those extra deals in it. It worked great. Had it almost every day. Ooh. You gonna do that, Benny? Yeah, the room where the doctor stuck his finger in the wound. I really am convinced that's what he was going to die anyway, Katie. But I really think that hastened thing. That didn't hasten things. It sped it up. But they didn't know the difference. Oh, is the bullet in there? Let me see. Ooh, I bet. Ooh, girl, that sounds so fun. I love going in, like, when I lived in Oregon in the forests, it was so, like you and I were talking, it was so much fun. I would, one of the parks we used to have picnics at a lot had a lot of old rusty logging equipment, you know, and from back in the days when horses pulled the logs. And I loved climbing around on that stuff and going back into the woods and seeing if you could find more. And I just, yeah, old golf. Well, I'm a spelunker, so going into old gold mines and stuff is another thing that is fascinating to me. So if you ever get bored and want a partner, let me know. I'll find a way to get there. That would be fun. Oh my gosh, that would be a blast. You're the oldest child of 2 boomers. I am the youngest child of 2 of the silent generation. World War II kids, both my parents. So both were World War II, Great Depression survivors. My dad was in the Navy in World War II. And my mother was a widow with a little baby boy. And she was a volunteer at the USO in Phoenix. So, what? Oh my gosh. Oh, this guy. I really think that the GOP picked him to run for office because he's got a major screw loose. He is a horrible, horrible, horrible pathological liar. And they all are going to be talk about bad karma for using this man. Yeah, he needs to go back to Brazil. But Biden can't do it. You know what? Yeah. You know what they do? Biden does stuff like that. It has to be the proper authorities that do that. And that isn't going to happen in the House. So we got to find another way. Yeah. Auntie Loco. There's our PD. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I love it, Benny, because that's where I basically learned to sing too. I was taught singing lessons as a child. And that's where I would go and sing, was out in the woods when I lived at Crater Lake. Because that's when it all started. because I could practice and let it belt it out, and the animals didn't care if I hit a wrong note. But if I was like practicing the piano at home in the house, I hated it because, you know, I knew my mother was listening in the kitchen. Oh, God bless my mother for listening in the kitchen. Could have been worse. I could have been taking violin or the trumpet or something like that. Oh, hey, I stuck with the voice lessons clear through high school. So Boulder Creek, California. That's cool. But to speak 7 languages and to sing at Carnegie Hall. I love it. Yeah, I would. I'm not a city girl either. That's one place I have no desire to visit. New York City? Oh, they can have it. It's fine. You let people who love it enjoy it. Just if I have to go through there on the airport to go somewhere else, that's different. But just to plan a vacation to go to New York City, I'm not a city girl. I would much rather go and spend my money on something like a cruise, or I don't know, go to Hawaii. But there's a lot of beautiful tropical scenery. And then my first thought was, I just didn't put it out there, was Fiji. I would much rather go to Fiji than New York. That's funny because Fijians, you guys, I don't know if you knew that, but a lot of them were cannibals at first. So I didn't know if you guys knew that. Back in the days when Matisse fell in love with them and ended up, didn't he live in Fiji till he died? Either Fiji or Bora Bora. Now, definitely we're on Bora Bora. There were definitely cannibals on Bora Bora, but that's kind of, everybody knew that. That's an old one. It was like New Guinea. You know, they still find New Guinea's jungle is so thick, they're still finding new tribes. And that's a small, not a very big island. Well, that's cool, Jules. That is really awesome when your kids believe in you like that. That's my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm always telling you guys, dance. Dance. Loosen up your hips and dance. Because next thing you know, you're giggling and laughing at the silly moves you make and how off key you are. Because once you dance, you're going to sing. Or how out of step you are. Or how your hips just, whoa. Used to go that way, but they don't anymore. I love dancing. Can you tell I do it a lot? I mean, I sit and dance this way. Wow. Yeah, I'm having fibromyalgia day today. So when I just did that, I heard crick, 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 crick up my spine. You bet. I'll twerk with you on a live. We're going to do it in the garage because I've been waiting to go to the garage, but I haven't hardly seen you in the garage lately. So kind of figured you were busy. You know, it's amazing what happens when you have a husband and a kid. Kind of, especially when your kid's a teenager, kind of take your time. Yeah, there you go. Music echoing through the forest, like Paul Bunyan. That's one of my favorite stories as a kid. Paul Bunyan and the Blue Ox. Babe. You'd bust a nap like a used Barbie doll if you tried to twerk. That's funny. Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, I'll do that with you, PD. Everybody will see that I have no ass. Flat butt. You would not, you see me from behind, you would never think I was Kim Kardashian in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I bet. You know, when you can really get into it and sing it from down, I mean, because you don't sing from here. That's the problem with pop singers and stuff, and why they lose their voices. That's why people like Elton John and stuff end up having throat surgery. They're singing from the throat. But what you need to do is sing from your diaphragm. Sing from your gut. That's where all the force comes from. Your vocal cords, all they do is just make the sound. There's no reason to strain them. Unless you're doing Pantera or somebody like that and growling. And I can't do that. My vocal cords are too stretched. If I try to growl like some of the rock music guys do, nothing comes out. And I can talk low enough that you guys, if you didn't know, you would think my husband walked in the room and was standing behind the curtain. I should pull it on you one of these days. You'll never know. You'll never know it's not a guy and that it's me. Absolutely. I tell people, Kat, to sing from your toenails because, yeah, pull it from your deepest area and then vibrate it through your third eye. I didn't know that's what that was called in those days because I didn't know anything about the third eye when I was taking voice lessons, but I always made my forehead vibrate right here. And that's how I knew I was on key, is if it was vibrating right there. And you do that for a couple of hours, it makes you high. It made me dizzy all the time with that. You have Native American and you tan very easily. Okay, I'm jealous of you. Like I said, I tan in spots. And now though, I have these wonderful, interesting things now called age spots that look like giant freckles. Maybe they'll run together and be a permanent tan. Oh, well, when people pass out from choir, that's usually because they lock their knees. If you have to stand still in one position for any length of time, do not lock your knees. Always make sure your knees are bent a little, because if you block off that blood flow, when you lock your knees, you block the blood flow. When you do that, you are blocking the blood flow. Those are hoses up your legs that go directly to your heart, directly to your brain. You pass out because you're cutting off oxygen and the blood flow to your head, and you'll pass out. Boom! I've seen more guys fall off, bass singers, standing up there on the top riser and just fall over backwards, land flat on their back on the floor. It's like, wow. Yeah. Potato yeast. I've been wanting to make my own yeast, but then I gave up because I use a great deal of it in my grow. In the plants, they need lots of CO2 to breathe, because that's what plants breathe. They breathe carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. So I use water and sugar and yeast in old soda bottles and old water bottles, and I have holes poked in the lids and shake them up, and they fizz carbon dioxide, and keeps my plants all happy. And we're just waiting. I hate this stage of grow. I'm just waiting to harvest now. It's just like only thing I water with now is water and molasses. There's no fertilizers, no food of any kind. I'm forcing the plants to use what they have stored up in there, those big old leaves, those big fan leaves, and to use whatever's left in the soil. So, and but they aren't drinking as much water as they were. They used to drink two gallons every time I water. Now, without running out the bottom. Now we're at 3/4 of a gallon and it starts running out the bottom. So we're getting close to harvest, which tickles me to death. That's what I wanted to do for my birthday. But I think I'm going to the gem show. Shh. Don't say it too loud because something might happen and it won't happen. But I really want to go to the gem show. My sweet friend Kaylee, who lives a couple hours east of me here, is coming over for the day, provided that everything works out right and Spirit wants it to be. She and her little 3-year-old girl, we're going to go and look at rocks for part of the day. And then the other part of the day is all for my sweet little Kelly Lynn, her little girl. She's 3, going on 35. And yeah, whatever she wants to do. There's one of those kids indoor play club places here that we can walk to from my house. And the people are there. It's really clean. The people are really nice. All the kids that I've seen in there all look like they're having a blast. Matter of fact, I thought that might be kind of a fun place to go and volunteer every once in a while. I don't care if they pay me, just to hear children laugh. You know, kids having fun. Children being their authentic self. I need that. I need to be around that. You know, we all work so hard to be our authentic selves, and it shouldn't be hard. That's something we should just fall into. Because that's your inner child, is your authentic self. So, anyway, who wants a card? We've got, I'd love to pull some cards for some people. I got lots of decks here looking at me, calling you. I was just looking at them and getting so many. I got to buy more racks to put them in. Me? PD wants one? Oh, yeah, I do. You're right. I need to go and apply. And I might just do that when I get done here, because there's a CBD shop that is 4 blocks, 3.5, 4 blocks from my house. And they sell paraphernalia and everything. They don't sell cannabis CBD because it's not a dispensary, but that's okay. I know a lot about CBD, and yeah, if they'll do part-time and don't wig out when I have to call in sick, that's cool. The only thing is, it's holding me back. Ooh, homemade clam soup. Yum. Only thing that's kind of holding me back is it's open 24 hours a day. I don't want to work by my eye. I need to do. You want a card too, Benny? Cool. Okay, let's pull a card. I don't really want to work in the middle of the night in a CBD head shop kind of place. I don't feel safe there. There's homeless people that live right behind that shopping center. Not saying I have a thing about homeless people, but sometimes they're not always the safest for a woman alone. There. Was that okay? But I'll be the first one to go back there and start talking to them. I've done it many times before. Have somebody panhandle for money, and then I'll be just a minute. Buy my Swisher Sweets. Come back out of Circle K. This guy asked me that one time, and all I had was my vape pen. So I was like, well, dude, do you partake? And he was like, what? He's like, yeah, but I haven't in a long time. I'm like, well, I'll meet you over there. Let me go in and get what I got to do. No, I gave him the change I had and stuff. And I shared my vape with him, and we had a really good talk. And he was a homeless guy just out of prison, and he was ashamed of himself. And it was like, what? You've been given a second chance. This is your opportunity to be what you never thought you could be. Let me tell you, nothing's impossible. You can be whatever you set your mind to. So we had a great talk. You had 4 delays? Wow. You'll get there when it's supposed to happen, hun. Okay, Miss PD. Let's see, what deck do we want to use? I want to use, since they're probably going to get kind of retired, I want to do my Josephine Wall deck, the Mystical Wisdom deck. These are gorgeous cards. Yeah. There are good people that live in fine houses, and they want to hurt you too. Yeah, good people with gun collections. And they're happy to show you. And Rose Blue needs a card. Okay, PD. Ooh, I pulled 3 cards for you. What we got on the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just got 5 cards for you. I love these cards. The first one is money. Are you concerned about money, hon? And finding a way to abundance? Because this card is letting you know not to worry about that. Give it to the universe. The universe works all those things out. Okay, sweetheart, you have a good rest. Thank you so much for my birthday presents. Dolly, I love you so much, my sister. Thank you. This is PD's read, Benny. The money card. If you're concerned about money, focus on abundance and having it. Don't focus on I need it. Focus on I have it. Hi, Rand. And I think sometimes you feel a little bit uninspired. So you're watching and learning from all of us who've been doing this. You have money. Good. Good, good, good. Doing this YouTube gig thing. Who do you listen to? Whose advice? Where do you go? What do you do? I'm telling you, I love what you're doing because what you're doing is your own gig. It isn't following somebody's, well, if you're a card reader, you got to do this. Or if you're a medium, you got to do it this way. I love that you're doing your own thing. It's inspiring me. But at the same time, I know there are certain people that inspire you in this community, and in both the tarot love community and in the stoner community. So pay attention to them. And if you have questions, talk to them. They've, like Benny, oh my goodness, she's been here on YouTube for a really long time. She's the kind of person, just as a moderator, super moderator lady, she is the perfect person to talk to. Well, what works? What have you seen that seems to work really good for a YouTube channel? Caitlin's back. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm here for 2 hours, love. Always do this show for 2 hours. At least. Sometimes we might go more. I don't care. I don't mind. And then I'm hearing you need to listen to Archangel Gabriel. He is the angel of creativity, wisdom. He tells, if you're wanting to, we were talking scripts one day, you and I. This is the dude that I work with very closely. This is the gentleman. This is the angel that is giving me my novel about twin flames. Archangel is the angel that told Mary she was going to be pregnant with Jesus. Wow, that's your main archangel is Gabriel. There you go. You're an artist. You're a creative person. Doesn't surprise me at all. This is my heart angel. My protector angel is Michael. And then I trade off between Haniel and Raphael for healing. But yeah, I work a lot. I love them. Of course, Putin funded George Santos. Putin's funded all this crap. Putin. Anyway, we'll keep going. I'm not done, PD. Go for it. Opportunity knocks. What you're doing with YouTube, what you're thinking about doing, if you're wanting to go back into nails or not, you pick what's calling to you. Don't worry about supporting your friends and, will my friends like it? Will my subscribers like it? Let me tell you something about this one main thing I have learned about this YouTube endeavor. No matter what you put out there, there are people who are willing and eagerly willing to give you their time and watch. And I am so grateful because your time is worth something. And it's worth everything to you. It's worth everything to me too. So, and the final card I got, which is, I know you and I have talked, this is something that, yeah, you definitely need to work with, sweetie. Believe in your dreams. They're there for a reason. You're dreaming them for a reason. You need to go for it. That opportunity knocks. Your dreams are coming true. Yeah, nothing should pass until the grifters are gone. Nothing is going to pass. Well, it'll pass the Senate because those people know how to work. Sorry. You look at most of those people that are making all the noise. Have they ever worked a day in their life? Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene. They both come from families that had businesses and stuff. So it's like, yeah, they have no idea, Matt Gaetz. I believe Medicare causes inflation. You're right, okay. Whatever. He has no idea the concept of inflation. You just, whatever it costs, you pay it because, you know, if you got it in your wallet, or otherwise put it on your Black American Express card. Benny Loco needs a card. Good card deck for Benny. Let's see. Hey, you guys all know I do have the Rebel deck too. We haven't done a Rebel deck reading in a while. Where'd I put that Rebel deck? I'm looking around here for it. I put it away, apparently. I don't know if you guys wanted to be told how fucking crazy you are. I'm very glad to hear Biden say that he would be told anything that the GOP's put across his... Oh, that he wouldn't... Oh, you mean it wouldn't... He said that he wouldn't sign anything that they put across his desk? Honey, it's not going to get that far. It's got to get through the Senate. Whatever they start in the South in the House has to get through the Senate. And we got the majority in the Senate. So whatever Biden signs is going to be from what comes out of the Senate that gets sent back to the House, that the House is going to say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to talk to you. Get ready. It's going to be a lot of volleyball. and not a whole lot happening for the next couple of years. Actually, I'm going to say for the next 3 months, because arrests are going to start happening. I'm going to say late March to mid-April. And I have seen it several times. I don't classify myself as a medium, but I do see things and I do get visions. And several times I have seen people being pulled out of their seat in Congress in session and handcuffed. Now, I wonder if that'll happen, huh? You're welcome, Petey. Okay, Benny. You know what, Benny? I'm going to use the same cards with you. Or no, I didn't. I got the energy and spirit cards for you. It's a relatively new deck that I have. They're beautiful, beautiful cards. Is that shuffle, shuffle, shuffle? Y'all will be happy to know I tried to call my doctor yesterday to get an appointment about my thumb. But they kept me on hold for so long, and then I had to go. So I will try again this afternoon. It wasn't really smart yesterday to try it on the first day back after, a long weekend. So, okay, Benny. Wow. Next card. We got for... I'm still pulling, Benny. Oh. I keep pulling cards because their story keeps coming. Okay. Wow. The first card. You're wanting to be free, but you have a lot of attachments. This card is talking about longing and desperation. However, I don't see you as being so desperate, maybe longing. I think we've all been kind of longing for those days that weren't quite so heavy. Every morning when we wake up, it seems like every one of us has the weight of the world on us. This card is telling you also to be careful with your attachments. Don't get too many. And the ones that you have, be discerning with. Wow. It's really awesome that you moderate for all these channels, but if it's wearing you out, pick your favorites and let the rest go. Next card that I get, yeah, pick your favorites, because with heartfelt gratitude, the appreciation of them asking you to do so much. Everybody loves you, Benny. We all love our Benny girl. You want to go exploring, right? And how can you go exploring if you're stuck looking at 3 or 4 live streams at a time trying to moderate? I want you to go exploring too. I want you to cut loose in that desert and enjoy, because not even just in that desert, but man, I was thinking, if we could you can get permission. We'll see if we can get a permit and go into Ruby, Arizona. That there you go. You can do some urbexing in there if you want to. I love you. You know what? I can say that too. Not everybody loves me, but you know what? I love me. That took a lot of work. A lot of work to get to that point. Benny, your connections, partnerships, and commitments. Reminds me of the Emerald Triangle. Go gently with your partnerships. And only make commitments that really mean a lot to you now. Because this is a time of change. We just went through Mercury retrograde. And that was the whole point of it, was to reevaluate all of this so that we know what we can commit to in this newness that's coming. So select your partners and your contacts, whether it's work or friends or whatever, with care. Are they people that love you and feed you, or are they people that, drag you down? They drag you down or hold you back or tell you you can't. They're not your friend. And then you might want to think about doing a cleansing, spiritual attunement. If you want an attunement, I can help you with that. The cleansing you've got to do yourself. I've been sitting over here on top of my sage. It finally went out, but apparently I needed cleansing because it's been hitting me in the right arm. But you know what? My right shoulder's been giving me fits and it's not bothering me right now. That's the card you were looking for? The cleansing and attunement? Cool. Yeah, I can help you with an attunement if you would like. Because you got a lot beneath the surface that you haven't shown us yet. That's the card I think you were looking for. You have so many ideas and so much fun stuff you want to do. Girl, you're at the point in your life. Do it. Do it. If you have to sleep in your car to get there, do it. Strike out on that adventure that you're dying to do. Gee, maybe you ought to talk to Mother Nature about her RV she's got. Sorry. It's a nice RV she's in. Yeah. And then that way you're clear and clean to take conscious steps forward with considered action, and you're looking forward to it. This is a start, a new start. That's what these cards are talking about. Whatever it is that's been holding you back is no longer going to be holding you back. It's all a matter, of your receptivity and your dreams. What's your vision? Give you the goddess of dreams. What's your vision? I love it. I love this. Yeah. You got go girl. Go girl. See? That RV thing. I'm gonna get there too, but I'm gonna get a box truck and I want to build it out. I'm gonna go visit our brother Stony. By the way, Stony man, where are you? Probably still snoozing, knowing him. Anyway, be open to other visions. Because in this also I'm hearing and seeing that the answers of how and where to go in your travel. that you're receptive to all of that now. This is the time to do it, Benny. Because your eternal spirit, your higher self, you're in tune with it. You get sacred intuition completely. There he is, right on cue. Were you lurking? Stony Baker, my man. Love ya. Anyway, your higher self, sacred intuition, you're in touch with that. I know that about you without any doubt. So, girlfriend, wow. Ooh, I am excited to see what happens to Desert Urbexer. Right? You guys, if you do not subscribe to Benny, subscribe to her as Benny Loco. Also look her up under Desert_Urbexer. You should find it. As I believe I put it in my channels. I follow through on all that stuff in my YouTube channel. I have recommended channels for people to subscribe to. And one of them is a channel that is nothing but music for dogs. And I have another one that is nothing but music for cats. It's a playlist. So, yeah. Wow. Wow. Who is next? Okay. Spirit Beyond the Stars is next. And let's see. What deck am I using for you? Okay. The Earthcraft Oracle deck for you. Am I just pulling a general card, or do you want a question in particular? There's Desert Urbexer. Hey, I got to make that, though. You need to be a mod too here. So, and so does Kat. Need to be a mod. Oh, come on. Go away. Add moderator. Now, you two are mods. And I dropped my card for Spirit Beyond the Stars. Okay. I dropped 3 cards. I'm going to keep shuffling. Your internet hates you today. Well, you know, Mercury's going direct today. Sometimes that can take like 3 or 4 days after the fact to kind of straighten up. So I was shocked. Saturday. I always have problems getting my video up on Saturday because it's like an hour-long video, almost. Saturday just went up. No problem. Edited. No problem. I was like, what's going on? You know what's going on? I threatened to get an external hard drive, and I'm getting one. That's my birthday present to myself. I'm tired of this. Got to move it up to record it in Zoom. Then I send it to the Google Drive. Then I copy it back down to my cell phone where I do all my editing. That's crap. All because I haven't taken the time to learn how to edit in my laptop, which would all be in one spot because I record and everything in the laptop. I wouldn't have to get Google Drive involved at all. So I'm going to take a class on how to use DaVinci Resolve because it's supposed to be one of the best. They compare it to Adobe Premiere. So, and I have it, and it's free. So, has a free version and a paid version, and not one of these stupid try it for free and then they automatically try it for a week. Well, how long is your week? 7 days or 5? Oh, Kat wants a general reading. Okay. Are you still here? Are you still here, Spirits Beyond the Stars? I waited long enough. Oh, you got a Benny troll last night? Hey, hey. Where's Waldo? Well, I'm going to go ahead and you can come back in case she comes back to read this. The card that I got for her is the Spirit Weaver. It's a beautiful card. Jordan. Spirit Weaver. It's a 7 card. Oop. Let's just make y'all get dizzy because I can't sit still. It's a card about reflection, assessment, and control. Looks like she's like so into the spirit that she is just letting her chakras spin with abandon. Look at her. How beautiful. I see you, Rose Blue. So what I'm getting from this card is trust your spirit, trust in spirit, because what it's weaving for you, you need to let go with abandon. Wowie. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Rose Blue, you're next. So, Rose Blue, are we reading on? You need beginner computer classes? I started to suggest YouTube. Best place I could think of. You want free classes, basic classes on computers. Gee, I should teach those. This is a file system. This is a directory. Albert chased Nipples out of the house today? Oh, no. Now that, I bet, was like the Keystone Cops. That was funny. I bet that was hilarious. Go, Albert. Poor Nipples. She dropped both her nuts. Stony. Rose Blue. Oh, wow. Girlfriend, you don't need to worry about what's going on at home with your parents and stuff. You're going to get there. I know that's what's big on your mind. It's been big on your mind for a while. First card I get for you, I got 3 cards. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Warrior woman, you yourself personally have had your war. Just to make it through today is tough enough for you. So if you relax in the fact that you will be with your folks, they need you. You're going to be there. It's just a matter of the time that you're supposed to be there. Not there, not quite yet. Yeah, life gets in the way. And yeah, something I've always heard all my life. Life is what happens when you're making plans. So relax a little. Take a breath. Focus on you for right now. And you leaving, Jules? Bless you, hon. You have a great day. And drive safe, sweetheart. Please drive safe. So yeah, you are a warrior woman just in your life. And that strength, every time you talk to your parents, I noticed you said in the chat you were talking to them often now, every couple of days. When you talk to them over the phone, you are giving them your strength, sweetheart. Believe it or not, just hearing your voice, just hearing your voice when you call gives them such comfort. Keep calling them, keep talking, keep finding a way, and save your money. Yeah, we're going to get you there. If you had a PayPal that you could put in here, we could see what we could do about getting you some donations to get you there. We might talk about that. The next card I have for you is one that Dolly loves. Run with the wolves. When it feels like life is throwing you to the wolves, turn around and show them you're the leader of the pack. There's spirit beyond the stars. Run with the wolves. Show them you're the leader of the pack. That's like, when someone says you can't withstand the storm, say, I am the storm. And I know when you have life, it seems like life is knocking you in the shins. It's really hard to have that kind of determination. I am a rebel. So the more I get knocked in the shins, the more determined I am that, by golly, that's not going to hurt. You can knock me in the shins as many times as you want. And the next time you do it, I might just step on your head. Your dad's, okay, your mom's getting scared. That's what was happening here. My dad, got real aggressive as he got old. He was always kind of aggressive as a driver, but, it was like after he turned 80, he died like 84. After he turned 80, he got real aggressive and real angry. But then I realized now it's because he couldn't breathe. He had COPD. And he wasn't letting us know he couldn't breathe because, oh my God, he would be weak. until he couldn't like hardly walk across the room without showing it. And he couldn't hide it anymore. And then it was too late to do much about it. So your ride to San Antonio got delayed. It'll happen. Like I said, thank you, Spirit. Spirit just told me you get your ride when you stop having everything so attached to getting the ride. Does that make sense to you? You need to focus more on what you're going to do when you get there right now. And how you're going to talk it over with your parents. I'm also hearing that you need to, because this is what I'm getting from this card right here. I guess I could show it to you. Side of the owl. Ask for clarity on this. This is a 10 card. This is a end of a cycle card. Yes, his reflexes are a lot slower. And he's probably, knowing him, he's a man. His masculinity is feeling threatened. And so he's going to be a little more aggressive to try to not let it show that he's slower. And in the meantime, all he's doing is compounding everything by being like that. I know. My dad did that. It was hard. It was really hard. Oh, good. You just got to get to San Antonio. Okay. That's a huge, thank you, Sharon. Oh, thank you for putting Stony in there too, Sharon. You're so sweet. Teresa Cole. Mwah! Hi, sweetheart. You guys. I love you too. But anyway, this is a pretty card. You have the wisdom of the owl, Rose Blue. Because you know what your intention is pure. Your intention is right on. And Spirit knows that. And Spirit is just telling you that if you continue to worry about it so much, you're getting in your own way. So you need to relax a little and kind of let it go. And let it happen. And Cat Shepherd. General reading for cat. Okay. Anybody else need a card? Cat Shepherd. I'm going to do this same Earthcraft Oracle cards. I love this deck. And there was a bunch of cards when I was doing Saturday Solutions on Saturday. I use this in that now. This is my Gaia deck. This is all about Gaia, this deck. I noticed there was a whole bunch of them underneath my rack that I had them on. Somehow I must have put it in the rack and a bunch of cards from behind slipped down in between. And then as I was pulling them out, there was another deck that was like that. It's like, okay, we're going to have to fix that. Because if I'm, using these decks, I want to have all the cards present. Your dad's never been an aggressive driver. That's good. That's good. Because now is when he doesn't want to become that. My dad was kind of a scrapper. So there you go. Yeah. How far is it from the airport, though? Uber can be kind of expensive. The reason why I was asking. But you know what? Yeah, that's better than having them try to go and meet you and go through all the crap at the airport. No. Yeah. No matter what it costs to get an Uber. That's what I would do. And by that time, your daddy might be like, no, I'm going to pay for the Uber. Even though you have to pay for the Uber up front. But that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's Benny Loco. Yeah, she said hi. I love it. Yeah. That's how I usually do it when I go visit people. I get an Uber or I rent a car. Now, I can't always rent a car because it's expensive. But yeah, Uber's a lot cheaper. General reading for Miss Cat Shepherd. Let's see what we get. Whoop. Oh, $72. Actually, it's not. That's kind of expensive. But that's the only way you can get there. It's the only way you can get there. It's under $100. Works. Cat Shepherd. I get an 11 card for you. Do I have a list for readings? What I do is in StreamYard, if you want a card or a reading, I star it. You put in what the question is. I star it. It holds it in a list for me. And then I go down that list. That's how it works for everybody. That's why we always ask you, can you please put your questions in all caps? It makes it a lot easier for us to see. So thank you, Teresa Call, because that's me. My birthday's in February 3rd. But anyway, you got the Forest of Tears. Or Forest Tears. I know you, and you are really in tune, Cat, with nature and the forest. And you're feeling Gaia crying. I feel her cry. I feel her cry at night. She weeps at night. But it's an 11 card. That's a new beginning. So at this particular point, I'm looking at it as though Gaia is finally She's weeping because we're finally hearing her. Finally. And I know you have a really strong connection to nature, Cat. So the other card that I got the side of the owl again for you. Use it. Number 10, number 11, you're in a completion of a cycle. Yeah, you are. Transformation of the raven. Woman. That's powerful. You want to talk about the messenger. We don't have ravens here. So when I see a raven, it's usually a powerful symbol. And it's usually a symbol that someone is getting ready to leave me. Whether they pass away or whether they just aren't a part of my life anymore. But wow. You have a good day too, Rose. I love you so much, honey. You take care of yourself. And like I said, relax. You're going to get where you need to go. I know we've been waiting since Thanksgiving, but you're going to get there. So yeah, this is also a 4 card, which is all about manifestation, woman. Like I said, that's a powerful card. Transformation with Raven. Holy wow. So you're feeling Gaia cry. Through your sight of the owl. Yeah. Which is bringing about a transformation in you. Oh my goodness. You guys. Wow. Let's pull a card. Just, how about a therapad? We haven't done did I do a therapad last week? I haven't been doing them very much lately. So I kind of missed them. They're always so cute and uplifting. That, yeah, these are my giant cards. Remind me of my mom and dad used to have some poker cards that were about this size. And I always used to wonder, how the heck can you hold 7 cards in your hand? Yeah, one of those adult gag gifts. They're hard to shuffle, especially when you got a thumb that's on strike, like I got. But hey, there we go. Now, you guys got plans for the rest of the day? What do we need to know? I love it. I love it. How terrific, you guys. It's your weirdness that makes you wonderful. Look at that. I love it. Unicorn sloth. Hanging out on a rainbow tree. That's my kind of critter. You learn to read with regular playing cards? That's something I would like to do. I be honest with you. Getting ready. I'm buying some more blanks because I'm going to be using my cards more. The ones that I'm developing, that I'm designing. I'm going to be using them more. So I needed bigger ones so that you guys can see them when I hold them up. So that was your reading. Cat. That was you. Side of the owl, transformation of the raven, and the forest tears, woman. You're in touch with the forest. You're in touch with nature. You know you know what's going on with Gaia. You are so in tune with Gaia. You're like me. You hear her cry. You feel her cry. And I will argue and argue and argue with Sterling and Lady and Linda G, who says the earth doesn't have emotions. Anyway, there's no right or wrong in this, you guys. And you have the side of the owl. In everything that you do, this is your new beginning time. And you don't need to worry about anything, because you have that connection, you have that side. Oh, that would be fun, Kat. That would be really fun. Debbie, a Freebird Spirit, she reads with poker cards too, regular deck of poker cards. I always thought would be really cool. You know what I'd like to have is, if you play Canasta, Canasta uses like 4 or 5 decks. They use a whole bunch of poker decks. So they have a machine that shuffles them. And I'm going, that's what I need. Instead of having them cut into my thumb and do surgery on my thumb, I just need a card shuffling device. None of these cards are the size of a regular poker deck. Card shuffling machines don't work. They'll work for the Rider-Waite, kind of. They work for Lenormand, because those are pretty much poker size cards. But yeah, and then the last card I got for you, Kat, is 4 cards. Stability, foundation, manifestation, transform with the Raven. Girl. Yeah. Yeah, oh, great. Just what I wanted to hear. Going to be freezing tonight. That could be why I covered up everything just before I went live. Anyway, Kat, you guys, we're a little over. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you. I want everybody to have the bestest day. Asbestos day. Be kind to one another. Stay warm. Cuddle up. Do what you need to do. Oh, thank you. Oh, good, Jules. Thank you. I am so happy to hear that. If you want more, I do a card every single day. I do a card reading every day on Instagram. It's all written where you have to read it. However, it is accompanied with music that's usually appropriate to the reading. And I'm not more a Stony Baker kind of music girl, so it has a lot of Pink Floyd and Alan Parsons Project and that kind of music. So yeah. I don't know, every once in a while I'll throw in Frank Sinatra or Louis Armstrong. It depends on the song, depends on the card, what the card message is. So if you are interested, go over there and check me out too. That's really the only 2 places that I am, unless you're a member of Tarot Love Community. And if you're on Tarot Love Community, I actually have my own section in their bulletin board, on the website, that is for the same card of the day that I pull for Instagram. So if you can't get it on Instagram for some reason, go to tarotlovecommunity.com, go to the bulletin board, and look for a daily card reading and inspiration. And that's my section. So yeah, I was really honored that Renee gave me that. It's all her idea. So I'm happy to post there. I also post fun memes and stuff. I have a tendency to put them also on YouTube and on my community page. So I'm not big on social media. I used to when I was in school, when I was going to grad school, which I graduated from in 2016. It was a requirement to get my master's. Instead of writing a thesis, we had to have a website, and our website had to be attached, connected to all of the major social media sites. So Facebook, Snapchat, everything, Tumblr, Twitter. Most of those I've since killed because I got mad at for some reason or another. They just get too invasive to try to keep up with. There's reasons why famous people hire people who do nothing but their social media. You know that, right? Those ones that have the little blue dot that say official. They're more often than not, they're not written by that official person. They're written by an assistant or their social media person. So, yeah, I noticed Kate Hudson, did she get herself in trouble or something? I don't know. I saw a post by George Takei about her, I think. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read it. So. Anyway, you guys, you take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. It is not selfish to be kind to yourself and to put yourself first. Just like me, now as soon as I finish here, I will probably go make me a couple tacos, and then I'm just going to be laying around the rest of the day because I'm sore. I was hurting, not horribly bad, but if I don't stop and rest, I will be hurting. So I love you guys. Thank you. We'll see you next week. And I'll see you tomorrow with Tracy Ralph on the Lightworkers Roundtable. Take care, everybody. Let me see if I can get my timing right on all of this stuff. We'll see you. Take care.